I rewatched Man of Steel last night, and it made me realize two things. One, I haven't made a video in a while, and two, how much potential the DCEU truly had. That this video's gonna be all over the place. I didn't really plan it out or anything, but yeah, let's just get into it. I love Man of Steel. It's probably my favorite DC movie for sure. It's one of my favorite superhero movies ever. Zack Snyder does an amazing job at making DC movies. I personally think Warner Bros. Dropped the ball, and it's really their fault that these movies didn't go the way that they wanted. They were focused on money and what they thought theaters and what people wanted, but they didn't really know what they wanted. Zack Snyder should have been the creative director or head of, I don't know, DC for them, because he had the perfect vision for where he wanted these movies to go and what he wanted these movies to be. And that is evident from the beginning with Man of Steel. That movie has, it's perfectly directed, perfect casting. He's the best Superman Henry Cavill is that we've ever had. Hans Zimmer's score is perfect. It's perfectly shows Clark Kent's development into learning who he is and discovering the meaning of his power and the reason why he has that power.
That is what you have taken from me.
And the soundtrack is just amazing. But I wanted this to be a discussion about not just how much I love that movie and not just gushing over it, but like where I think the DCEU went wrong, what they should have done better, and like what I think about these movies basically. Basically what you have here are three, or actually there's more than that now, but the first movies that were good from those were Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Wonder Woman. And then of course Aquaman came out, and that one was good, and Shazam was also very good. And that leaves you with a couple of bad movies. Oh yeah, Birds of Prey was good too. I like that movie. So I guess I could start off with what went wrong. What went wrong is Warner Bros. Wouldn't listen to Zack Snyder. The Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman is so perfect, and they didn't release that version because it was too long. And that's why the movie feels incomplete, or at least the theatrical version feels so incomplete and empty. And it's not what the fans wanted, certainly not what Zack Snyder wanted to put out, but that's what Warner Bros. Made them do. And it just came out with a bad version of a great movie. I personally really enjoy Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Edition. It's really well done, and I don't have a problem with the way the characters are done. I think Ben Affleck did a tremendous job as Batman, and everyone is great in that movie, and Hans Zimmer again does great with the score. Yeah, it's just Warner Bros. Really dropped the ball there. They underestimated what fans were willing to do and how long they were willing to stay in the theater, and it just annoys me so much that they went for money and people in seats rather than a good story. That's what the problem was with Justice League. It could have been a great movie. The vision that he had was insane. You had Zack Snyder had this insane vision for this huge movie that could have been amazing, and it was like 2 parts, and it was like a long epic tale, and they decided to not do that, and it really just doesn't make sense to me, and they killed themselves with not listening to what Zack Snyder wanted to do. And that's why you get this like crappy put together by, I don't know, duct tape movie. It's just like not good. It had the potential to be so good and so risk taking and unlike anything we had ever seen before on film. And I don't know, they just dropped the ball. And yeah. And then of course you have like what's the movie? Oh, Suicide Squad, the Oscar winner. Out of all these, Oscar winner. For best makeup or whatever the hell. Anyways, that was just a bad movie. I don't know what went wrong there. I mean, I think it went through like multiple directors, whoever, and just bad writing. I don't know. I definitely think James Gunn could fix that. I feel like he should have been the original director, but they can't do that. Anyways, I honestly just feel like Zack Snyder should have had complete creative control over DC, and that would have allowed them to make good movies, or at least the very or at the very least interesting movies that fans would have like at least gone to see or like to see. And this is coming from someone who I was never a comic book fan as a kid. I didn't grow up with comic books. The first comic book movie I saw was actually technically I saw Hulk with Eric Bana, but the first one that I actually went to see in a theater was Captain America Civil War. I've always been, more of a Marvel fan, but when these like DC movies came out and I saw them, I was like, I loved them. I love Man of Steel. I really enjoy Wonder Woman. I really enjoy Batman v Superman. I enjoyed Birds of Prey. I really liked Shazam and Aquaman, but I don't know. It really disappoints me that Warner Bros. Did what they did to Zack Snyder and just screwed themselves. They wasted so much potential with Henry Cavill and honestly and Ben Affleck. They both were so good in their roles, but freaking Warner Bros. Yeah, I think that's it. Just a minor rant, discussion, whatever. In my opinion on the DCEU movies, I'm excited for future DC movies. I'm excited for James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I'm excited for The Batman by Matt Reeves. Although this quarantine is making my YouTube stuff hard because there's no movies coming out, but that's okay. Yeah, that's basically it. That's my rant. Hope you guys liked it, or if not, whatever, tell me in the comments. What's your opinion? If you have a comment, go ahead and drop it. Give me a like if you think I deserve it, or subscribe, even better. And that's it.